this link. I said, no. Was he drunk?
There's a high school coach arrested after punching a player.
Was he high?
No.
You don't touch a kid like that.
An Atlanta area high school football coach was arrested after punching one of his players in the stomach on the sideline during a game. And the entire ordeal was captured on video. Now, you did the video, right? Let's see.
We'll call it 7 on the play, and that was the end of the first quarter as he gets it across the 50 down to the 49.
Even game tacklings like that. Nice little easy completion, but 3 guys was on him before he ever got going.
We're off and running at Eddie Henderson Stadium. Great start to this one. Mays leading Douglas County 12-0 after 1.
What could he possibly have been saying, yelling at that boy, where he had to punch him in the stomach? I get the hollering and the yelling and the cussing because they do that, but I didn't think they punch him like that.
This disgusting act occurred during the first quarter of the Mays High School versus Douglas County High School football game at Henderson Stadium in Georgia on Saturday afternoon. The Peachtree TV broadcast captured the assistant coach in his player's face, number 24, before decking the boy with the right in the gut. The player, a junior defensive back, according to Max Preps, backed up after the sucker punch and appeared to hunch over in pain as the coach continued to yell at him. Atlanta Public Schools didn't waste any time. They told us the coach, who is not a teacher, was taken into police custody shortly after the act of violence. Video from the live broadcast of the game appears to show the late coach physically assaulting a player. The adult will be charged with simple battery and faces administrative charges from the district as well. The safety and well-being of all of our students remains a high priority for the district, and all employees are held to the highest standard of conduct and professionalism. As for the coach's future, it's hard to imagine him ever stepping foot on a high school sideline ever again. Now, you want to know, what do you think before I tell you what I think?
What do you mean?
About this coach punching this kid?
I know there's roughness going on, even with the coaching side of it. Because even with our Northwestern Wildcats in Evanston, they got rid of their coach for allowing hazing.
Mm-hmm.
And the hazing goes on with the kids, and he plays like he didn't know, but probably was part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, I know verbally, they usually do talk bad, holler, cuss, you blankety blank. Why you do that? But I'm thinking the moment your hand touches them
mm-hmm.
in that anger or that upset or however you're feeling, that's wrong. That's an assault.
Right.
But as an athlete, some of them are looking at this like, yeah, my coach kicked me one time.
Now,
so I don't know.
We are in a different time.
Right.
Back when I was in school, your teachers could hit you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll throw an eraser at you. Mm-hmm. I remember in class, this boy was getting smart, and I ain't gonna say his name. I was gonna say his name.
Okay.
My 5th grade teacher. He came over to the boy, picked him up by his shirt, and put him in the garbage.
Oh my goodness!
Remember the days they had the long garbage cans?
Yeah.
And we was like, wow. He said, when I'm talking, you don't talk. And he had if anybody watching that went to school with me, they know the teacher.
Okay.
His finger was cut off.
The teacher?
Yeah, he had a half finger.
A nub.
And he would poke you in the head with that nub. Real hard.
Oh no.
What did I tell you?
That's a different day. That's a different The kid would be embarrassed alone just with the nub touching them.
I remember teachers grabbing kids by their collar.
Yeah.
And pulling them up to them and yelling at them.
I remember ducking, and an eraser flew by my head to hit one of the guys in the back that was acting crazy.
I remember punches in the chest.
Yeah.
I remember getting kicked in the butt from guys. They never did nothing to us, the girls. Right. The boys got it the worst.
Sure did.
Kicked in the butt, pushed, made to do push-ups,
pinched.
Pinched.
When we were younger.
That's girls. We got pinched.
Them kids, they would pinch you, pinch that thigh, they'll pinch that arm. Ooh, you straighten up. And we didn't have timeouts. We didn't have a timeout.
That was a different era.
Yeah.
You can't, this coach is stuck in the 1970s, for God's sake.
I think he is. Yeah.
Did he think he's Bobby Knight, throwing chairs across the floor and yelling at people and hitting them in the back of the head and stuff like that? Yep. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
These kids ain't the same. We used to eat dirt, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
We were kids. We rode our bikes and fell and ran off of hills and flipped over 16 times.
That was one of the reasons why they were glad that the Northwestern situation was shined. A light was shined on that because those kids were being hazed.
It's different.
Can't do that
back in the day when you
can't even do a sorority and fraternity.
Back in the day when you pledged, you was hazed.
Yeah, you sure was.
Guys had to, wear a book on their head or walk down the street with girl panties on or something.
You were hazed.
Yeah. But it's a different time now. Yeah. These kids aren't the same. Yeah. They don't push each other outside and jump on old mattresses and do flips and throw each other in trash cans. And so when a teacher did it, it wasn't like the biggest thing in the world to get hit by a teacher because everybody outside was hitting each other.
Thank you. And we're in the era now where they allow kids to dial 911 when your mom or your dad is or your guardian is hitting you or they feel it's abuse.
No, back then you got put in the locker.
Back in the day, if you picked the phone up to dial 911,
the last thing will be when the police come, it'll be your arm with the phone and the body missing.
Officer, like, where is she? Oh, officer, you don't need to know. Yeah.
Back in the day, officers would watch your parents beat you up.
Hand them the little whatever they needed to do it. Or, ma'am, I'm gonna leave while you talk to your son, and I'll be outside.
It's not the same time.
It's not the same.
So now, for him to punch him in his stomach, is this a single mom who's raising him? Because if his dad was there, he would have been on the field.
But you can ask every guy now or every female now that's coaching kids, what would constitute a punch? No matter how bad a player he was, if he didn't listen to you, a play he missed, or something he did
Why would you punch him in the stomach?
Why would you hit him that hard in the stomach?
And it had to be hard for the boy to bend down.
Yeah, because he kind of went down like... Ooh.
And it had to be something normal because nobody flinched.
Yeah.
Nobody looked and went, that means he does that all the time. That means he does that in practice when nobody's watching, just the kids on the field. And he probably is a nice coach. They like him. So they just thinking, oh, that's just coach. No, we don't coach like that anymore. That's assault.
They got to take him out now.
So now you got to be sat down. You like Mitch McConnell. You got to be taken out the pasture.
Or the coach that was at Northwestern. They let him go. To even allow, people are being more protective of kids now. The laws are protecting children now, even when the parents don't act right. The law is trying to protect kids. That's why they press so hard for the abortion laws and stuff. We want to protect the unborn kid. We want to protect the kid that's alive.
What about the one that's alive?
We want to protect them all. That's why they allow them to dial 911 if your mom lays a hand on you.
Look.
Or a coach lays a hand on you.
If that was his dad, it'd be a different story. Even though I don't even like if his dad would have done that.
People still call the police on the dad.
I don't even like if his dad would do that.
Child abuse. I saw a gentleman hit me in the face.
That doesn't constitute to me punching somebody in the stomach.
Right.
Now, if my child was out there acting stupid, causing a fight, maybe hurting somebody or bullying somebody, and his dad came up and punched him in the head and the stomach, I'll be like, okay. Because if I don't punch you, somebody else will.
Well, they always say if you don't chastise
the police will.
They would be chastised in the street.
But that didn't constitute punching him in the stomach.
Somebody had him on tape, so he don't even realize that recordings go on all the time.
Thank you. All right, Catilia said mama laugh, and that was at something else when we was talking about probably Mitch or something. Mm-hmm. Emerald says, I would be sitting, probably O.J. Simpson. Wendy said she'll sit with O.J. Simpson. Yes, my mama said, my mama said, I'm surprised. Yeah. Emerald says, I would be sitting with Cosby. I just wouldn't take anything that he prepared.
You know what?
He another one you got to watch. No drinks around him.
No. His wife would be sitting real close. Real
Is
tight.
she even around still?
Yeah, she's still living.
Camille.
Or his daughter or somebody will watch him.
It says, didn't his daughter pass away?
His son, I thought.
His daughter, too, I think.
Recently?
I think so, yeah. Cotillia says, wow, that coach is not capable of self-control and should not be coaching at all. Once you get physical, it's a problem. Mm-hmm. All day, every day.
Thank you.
Emerald says, I was thinking the same thing, Kim. One principal had a paddle on the wall in his office. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you go to the principal's office, that was it. Mm-hmm. Cotillia says, I have brothers who played football, and the coach never got physical, just got verbal.
Right, they're we understand that.
Yes,
they've probably been called every name under the book.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Emerald says these children today have so many teachers and bus drivers quitting and looking for jobs elsewhere. Yeah. Emerald says these children socially cancel you and show up to school with assault weapons. That's true.
No, they may come back and
he better be hope that boy wouldn't came back with something.
Thank you. They've done that to teachers who haven't even touched the kid.
Cotillia says my algebra teacher was an ex-drill sergeant in the Army, and he would whack a stick on the desk, but never touched a student. You have to have discipline and self-control if you a teacher or a coach.
I went to a Catholic school, so you can definitely understand the nuns. They didn't play. No. I remember getting hit in my hand with the rulers.
Okay, so let's go past. We're not going to really. We up to the time.
Okay.